What's going on, family? How y'all doing? Blessings to you all. How y'all doing? I see AJ64. Salute, family. Black Martial Arts Society. Shalom. AJ Moore, Shade Girl 85. Blessings to you guys. Hey, Joe Townsend. How you doing, fam? It's good to see y'all. Let me get some of my stuff back. Rizite. Right. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Cause I'm having an eye day, and we about to have a little bit of chit chat. Everybody been talking about all these fights that's coming up this weekend. Ah, super excited, super excited. Oh, and it's just a whole bunch of freaking boxing news. That is the crazy part, right? And I think today I just might, I just might start out with that first. Again, let me get some of this stuff going here. Okay. All right. What's going on, Kano, Aunt McQueen? All right. Hopefully the music ain't too loud. So I'm gonna start with, like I said, a little bit of boxing news, and we sure got a whole bunch of it going on. Oh man. First, I want to start with what I am reading, that Xander Zayas is going after a boots fight, yo. What you saying? What you saying? My chat up here. Yeah, I hope it's not too loud. Right on. Okay. Yeah, man. Xander versus Boots, y'all. I don't know how I feel about that. Um, I don't think he's ready myself, but you know what? Who am I to say that? Who am I to say this man ain't ready, right? Super interesting. Um, Crocker versus Donovan rematch is coming. This will be September 13th. For those that are interested, they will be fighting for the IBF belt. And of course, that's at the welterweight division. So once the winner of that is decided, once the winner of Norman versus Bryan is decided, man, we're gonna have some good fights going on. What's going on, Tay Tay? How you doing? Blessings to you, Queen. Oh man. Okay, so obviously we heard about Katayev supposedly not being able to get that fight from a 2024 doping from the international. What was this? It's like an international agency, the ITA, International Boxing Association, was reporting that the International Testing Agency, and I don't know who all recognizes that. Apparently, it's not being recognized at all because Morrell decided to take that fight. We'll get into that fight. I'm super excited about that one because I actually like your mom, and of course, I like Morrell, and I'm very interested in seeing how that fight is going to play out with the length and then the musculature of Imam. I hear my dog is just over here grubbing. Okay. um, more news, more. I mean, it's like I said, it's so much. Speaking of doping, so I don't really Francisco Rodriguez Jr. Right? I had covered that fight, um, and I had actually initially picked Yafai, but I said that there was a way, obviously, for Francisco to win that fight. And the crazy thing is, I felt like he won it in the manner that I said he could. But sadly, and really I'm not sad about it, but the situation in itself is sad. This man gets caught doping. Um, I spoke to this the last time when Mungia popped dirty. There's really not too much more I could say. It's just ridiculous, and I really wish that while these people are out here hating on the style that a fighter chooses to fight in and the size of the damn ring, that you guys would pay way more attention and put more pressure on these people in boxing that are dirty. Stop with all the hatefulness. I seen some dude say, um, he said Floyd started basically slick boxing, and I just was like, who the hell is watching boxing now, y'all? Who is watching boxing now? Floyd? Okay, whatever. I'm over it. Like I don't know. I really question who the hell we be dealing with now. So to get to the fights, what you saying? What you saying, Kano? If he want the smoke, let him get the smoke. Yes, 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 yes. It is. Yes, yes, yes. How you doing, 2 cents? Welcome in, family. How you doing, family? Okay, so yeah, the doping bull. I don't know what else to say. Oh, one more little bit of news. And maybe I will try to share this one because I actually like this dude too, y'all. So give me a second. And we're gonna look at this here. Share my screen. Okay. Little buddy. Little buddy. And I don't know if y'all know Lester. Lester Martinez, right? I like dude. He fights out of Bomac camp. Um, Very good fighter. But apparently he's pulling out of a fight that he had coming up shortly here with someone named Debambe. But the thing is, man, dude was about to be fighting in Billy, and apparently it has something to do with migraines. Now, if you all weren't familiar, Lester has been Bud's sparring partner for Canelo. I think I mentioned that before, right? But it's saying the 29-year-old was forced to pull out of his fight at the last minute. He may be inching closer to a world title shot, and I absolutely think he is of the ilk to do so. And a fight with him, Billy, would just be freaking awesome. Okay, he's out of Guatemala, but yeah, it just says due to injury. But the thing is, he's been having migraines, and in a sport already where you're getting hit upside your head. If you guys have ever had a migraine, I would just hope that nothing is really going on that could be worse, like a blood clot and verge or aneurysm type of thing. Wishing Lester Martinez the best. Really looking forward to seeing him. I think he's a great fighter. How you doing, Snoopy Mac? How you doing, family? How you doing? Welcome in. Welcome in. Come on, bro. My bro, 503. What's going on with you, family? He been putting out some good videos too, y'all. Always too, you guys. Feel free. Put your link in the chat. You know how that goes. So, our first card that I want to talk about, because this is tonight. So yeah, let me try to run through these. I said that I wasn't excited for this fight because of the simple fact that I feel like, and I wish TD was in here because he said he had some information about this lady in particular, and that would be Amanda Serrano. I said I feel like she is suffering from CTE. just based off of her behaviors. Um, but she is obviously committed to giving this one more run, right? And to be honest with you, what, 7 division champion, one more knockout, she can tie Christy Martin for the most knockouts as a female. Like it's, I get it, I get it, I get it. But you know, I really feel like she was robbed the first 2 fights for sure. Um, Especially with that first fight, rounds 5 through 7. Um, she she was wobbling, thick neck Katie. And the second fight, again, I feel like she won, took more headbutt damage, and she wobbled her early in that fight. And it's just sad and it's crazy that, and this is my personal opinion, that we have an American in Serrano, and they keep wanting to elevate Katie Taylor, who is clearly and has clearly for since she came out of the amateurs been a dirty fighter, and they don't speak to it. They don't hold her feet to the fire. It's yeah, for the most part, I don't. You know what I mean? I don't. Um, I can't lie when I say that the fights be action packed. Of course we love that. We like that. But that second time, y'all, mm-mm-mm, that eye, that freaking eye. Look, for those that are squeamish, this is you ain't gonna look at this. Just let's just say that, okay? So here is my disclaimer. If you do not do well with bad pictures and you're squeamish, please look away. Please look away. Please look away. This is fight 2, y'all. Absolutely horrendous. And the fact that this woman wasn't disqualified, because I can't remember what round it was she hit her in and busted it wide open, man. I do too. Absolutely, I do too. I just it makes me feel away, y'all. It makes me feel away. And there's something else that I want to say in this. She absolutely is. She's gonna need a KO. I mean, the only way she can get a decision, Kano, I do feel like, is if she can get several knockdowns as well. Because again, that first fight, she had her jacked up from like round 5 through 7. She jacked her up early in the second fight. It is just ridiculous. But what I wanted to say, and and maybe you all, I'll explain this in a minute here. I'll explain this in a minute too, since I've spoken to it before, but I will. Um, she, as in Amanda, she also, you guys, leads in with her head. The first fight, it was a little bit more prevalent that you see it, but she's not headbutting, I just wanted to be clear about that. And I don't know that anybody else has said that. It's just something I feel like I observed. Um, I don't know if this is the picture. I have several of them, but she was leading a lot with her head in the first fight now. Um, but Katie Spears, she spears with her head. It is freaking ridiculous, the bullsh she does. And once she gets in, she rubs her hair in her face. It is, and it's not just her again. She does it in a lot of fights. But so you're asking, why do I say this? So again, if you listen to her speak, the cadence, she sounds a lot of times inebriated. Um, is and I think maybe, so she's maybe a nice lady, but it's almost the loopy. the loopiness, if that is a word I can use here, right? Um, hey T Mac, how you doing? Welcome in, GD. How you doing, family? How y'all doing? So I mean, just even when I again, I and that's why I said I wish that TD was in here because he said that he apparently saw something as well and he felt somewhat of the same. You think this is a habit? AJ, I guess it could be considered a habit, but she knows it's wrong. And how I know she knows it's wrong is again she gets in there and she rubs. That's intent. That's intent. That's intentional. What do you mean? I saw it directly. What do you mean? Wait, oh, you gonna delete that? Okay, I see what you're doing. Wait a minute. Oh, here we go. You saw it directly. I mean, I can't. I'm not a doctor. Yeah, I'm not a doctor. You're not a doctor. I'm not a doctor. I can't. I'm not. Saying this woman has it. I'm just saying it's something's not right. And the fact that she is so dogged about this. Now, another thing that we talked about in the boxing community is how come Serrano's not boxing her on the outside? I mean, again, I love the pressure from her. I love her style. And she has power. I mean, she absolutely can, I think, knock Katie out. She just hasn't. You know, another conversation in the community, 3-minute rounds would Katie would be up out of there. But why is she not boxing her on the outside with the danger? Because then the second fight, it was becoming apparent that Serrano's backing out because she knows she's getting headbutt. And then again, she suffered the worst headbutt of the two fights. So, what's wrong with you today? What's wrong with you? Giving some more views. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, big bro. I see you went live like an hour before I did too. I have to run that back because I see you talking about Berlanga. Hey, hey, hey. Okay, so yeah. Anyway, I would really love to say I have Serrano winning this fight. I would love to say that, but it is going to be a far cry for her to get that win. Like Connell said, and we all know. I don't know what the favoritism is for Katie, and I don't understand. How you doing, J Man? Let me say that real quick. I don't understand why they're trying to put Katie as like the number one woman, because I guarantee you this. Aside from the headbutting, because I don't even know if that would work, but Clarissa Shields would jack her up. Period. It is what it is. Aside from the headbutting, because that's just so disturbing to me, you guys. It's so fucking disturbing. Let me try to share this again. Let's run through this fight. So Katie, the next fight they have on the list, because I'll just go through. I ain't got time to do all the weirdness. Ellie Scottney versus Yamalith Mercado. This is for a unification. Super bantamweight. I found something very interesting about these ladies. Very interesting. Okay, so both of these ladies are 27 years old, 3 months, 3 weeks, and 4 days. They're the same age. They are very similar. Look, the same height, 5'4". They're similar in style, with the exception that I feel like Ellie Scottney is a lot more refined, cleaner work. She has very, very, very good footwork. Um, I like Yamaleth, but I and clearly. Oh, another thing that was weird about them, you guys. So they both start fighting like even around the same time, 2014, 2015, I think for Ellie. Except for Ellie has a amateur background. Was it extensive? Pretty good. 21-7, right? But Yamalith started boxing um, domestic level 2014. But look at, she's 24-3 with 5 knockouts. Ellie 10-0, 0 knockouts. So the power's not there, but don't get it twisted. She has sh- they seem to have good power for what it's worth. Maybe they're not knocking stuff out, but in that fight, I absolutely have Ellie. Um, I think she's just basically gonna box circles around Yamala. The next fight they have listed here, Ms. Alicia Baumgartner and Jennifer Miranda. This is going to be undisputed, undisputed bout. Let me see. Hey, prize fighter, how you doing, family? Welcome in. You back now, though? Oh, kind of. Yeah. I just saw the. Okay. So yes, Alicia. Um, we all know Alicia. Everybody don't love her, and that's fine. I like her. You know what I'm saying? There are things that I obviously would like to see her do. Well, really, to be honest, the only thing she needed to fix the tank issue, right? Um, it's been just short of a year, and she had a fight with Delphine Pursoon that was stopped because of the cut over Delphine's eye. Um, we know she has a good jab. She's sharp and accurate. She has good combos and counters. She would be what we call a slick fighter, right? As a woman, pretty dang slick. She punches with her opponent. Very good feet that get her out of a lot of situations. I say that because she does take on some fire, maybe a little more than I'd like to see. But she ain't ever been hurt. She ain't ever been stopped, dropped. Like, has she been dropped? I don't think Alicia has been dropped. So um I just we know she's coming in with Derek James, and she looked good. She looked good in the weigh-in. Um I'm just kind of eager, you guys, to be honest. I'm eager to see what she gonna look like. Like what she got new. And I'm praying that Derek James has helped her work on that tank. Whatever manner that may be. I don't know that she runs like open running. I've never watched. I have watched some of her camps, but I've never seen her run. So I don't know if that's the reason for her conditioning issue. Because around 5 to 7, she was gassing. So it's going to be interesting to see what Derek James. We know for sure, if nothing else, she's going to have a snappier, more powerful jab. And she told, uh, what is her name? I was about to say Meredith, Jennifer Miranda. She said she coming for the chin. That woman got a lot of chin, so she she ain't gonna have to search hard to find that mug. Okay, of course she can. Of course you. I know how y'all get down, and it's good. It's okay. Miranda, I'm just not impressed with her. Another individual fighting domestic level opponents. I think she's out of Spain. Yep, out of Spain. Never has fought anyone of any country aside from Spain, except Alicia here, and you can't tell me that she's 12-0 with one knockout, and the one knockout I believe was her very first fight. No, 5 in. I'm sorry, it was nothing to write home about. This lady's very stiff. She's very blah. She has a good one too, I guess, for what it's worth. To be honest, she could probably jack something up with that jab, but we know Alicia again. She gonna be backing out. Like, this is just a fight for Alicia to look good in. And again, if she's coming for Jaws, it should be over. I don't even know if this lady would last from 5 to 6. I don't, depending on what power, and if Alicia's sitting on these shots. It's cannon fodder for me. That's just my opinion. But on to the next. Savannah Marshall and Shadeja. Man. Look, I I was not a good fan of Savannah. I call her Samantha. And I gave her that name because she was out here fighting around with Clarissa. Well, I was about to say Sharnika with Clarissa, and to be honest, I went over her film again. I like her. I also call Samantha tippy toe because of her style, the side approach, the way she kind of tips in. Like, y'all, I ain't gonna lie. In watching her fight again, I actually gained an appreciation for her style and what she does. Um, she's rangy, we know. Like I say, I like the footwork, the way she tips in, she kind of tips out. What I really noticed that I was like, well, damn, I've been missing out because I was hating. Hey, Stormy B, man, tippy toe, yes, Samantha tippy toe. It's the way she delivers her rear. She's usually bladed when she's throwing her jab. She's bladed. She's really pretty bladed, but she kind of sneaks the rear straight. She sneaks the rear overhand. Is actually, I think, is kind of it's beautiful. I don't maybe like her as a person. She's been out of boxing for 2 years now, but I really don't feel like she's gonna miss a beat. Um, she went into the PFL. And she is 13-1. She's been around the block long enough. I don't feel like if she has any rest, it won't take long to shake it off. Now, Shadeja, man, I really had high hopes for Shadeja. Yeah, so she was about 11-1. I think that's when. And by the way, this is for the IBF and the WBO. Um, yeah. So she had to be about 11-0, excuse me, and she had like 10 knockouts. Um, before she met up with Franchon Cruz Dezern, and I don't like Franchon's style. I think Franchon has fought one fight that I was like, okay, Franchon, and she had a new coach, and she was not throwing them ugly, wild, looping, bar brawl ass shots, right? Because that's what they always look like. They look like bar room brawlers, like they just banging it out. Anyway, um, the way she fought Franchon Cruz, she allowed her to hug up on her. She would not just step back and throw the jab, keep her distance, right? She just allowed Franchon to beat on her and then hug her, beat on her and hug her all night. And ever since then, to me, she's just looked a little not good. Her next fight, she won by unanimous decision, but it went all 8 rounds. The me and Aunt the other night watched the last fight she had, 10 round fight with the Melinda Watpool out of Canada, I believe Melinda's out of. Um, 10 round fight, but it was a split decision. Yep, she's out of Toronto. Oh, yeah, she's out of Toronto. Now Melinda looked good. She um as far as her fundamentals, but Shadeja just a little hesitant, like she didn't want to get hit, and then towards the end of the fight, then she gets in and she kind of wants to, like it's just like she got to figure out what's going on. She got to figure out her style, if that's what the case may be, because it's sometimes if I feel like she's all over the place a little bit. Um, she has gas tanks too, problems too. Yeah, but I don't even feel like that's as prevalent as the. I don't want to call it confusion, y'all, but I don't know what the hell. I really, really had high hopes for Shadeja. We gonna see. I cannot lie because I don't do it, but I definitely have Savannah Marshall just whooping up on her. To be honest, now both don't get me wrong, they're both big women. Savannah, Shadeja's 5'8". I think Savannah's though 5'11", but we know Shadeja's broad. Um, I call her big in that sense. She could take some hits. She could take some hits. Not that that sounds good, but she can. But do you want to? I just think Savannah gonna have this. How the manner in which she does it, I don't know. Clearly I don't think she's knocking her out. Shadeja's never been knocked out, but so we do know Savannah Marshall does knock people out as well as Shadeja used to. So to be honest, okay, let me be fair. I want to give Shadeja a chance, and I want to see if she has been working on something. It would be very interesting, and I'm very hopeful. But in the meantime and in between time, I absolutely have Savannah Marshall just outboxing her, if nothing else. Um, the next one, Shernika Johnson versus Miss Sharetta Chicken Metcalf, right? This is another. My dog, y'all. Good Lord, my dog. And I have a feeling he's about to come up here crying. Give me a second. Let me let my dog out. Good Lord, Lord. All right. My apologies. My apologies. So yeah, I can't let the cold air out, y'all. It's hot here. So I can't leave the door open and just go. Shanika and Sharetta. Obviously, this fight is a bantamweight. It's a unification. It was initially set to be. Geez, now I'm having a brain fart. Thank you, Dongo. Is the woman out of Switzerland? I definitely do believe. And anyhow, it turns out she ended up pregnant because she was there at the first press conference, and shortly thereafter, Dina Thorslin, that's her name. And mind you, Dina is a good fighter. Um, Shanika is a good fighter. Chicken is a good fighter. I went back and looked at some of Shanika's fights, though. I mean, the girl is tough. Um, and she's been hurt through fights and came back. And I mean, hurt like bleeding blood, bloody, crazy blood, and came back and whooped tail. So this is not gonna. I don't think this is gonna be an easy fight for Sharetta. Um, And they threw in the two belts because I believe Sharetta holds the IBF and they're throwing in the WBC and the WBO. So, yeah, she is long and tall. But the thing with Shanika, she got she got some power. Um, she got some power. I don't want to see obviously is her um it's the fight. It's the fight game we know. I don't want to see her hurting Sharetta though if she could get in on the inside. I would love to see Chicken um keep popping that jab on her and go into that body because I don't know that I've seen a lot of women go into that body like they needed to. She just fought Nina Hughes for a rematch and got a TKO in the seventh round. Like, this is not going to be an easy fight for Chicken. We're going to see. I don't have a winner for this. I don't. I'm another again. I just really think this is going to be a good card, but it's going to be interesting to see the next fight. Absolutely don't have a winner for this. Chantel Cameron versus Jessica Kamara. Because and I say I don't have a winner for this fight because they too both very good fighters, and I have seen now Jessica Cameron Kamara. I don't know if you guys remember Caroline Dubois' last fight where the girl should have technically got, I think it was the first round, even, y'all. First round, third round. She should have been stopped with the TKO, but they robbed Caroline. But I've seen this girl fight other fights, and she's actually pretty darn good. So when you're pitting her up against someone like a Caroline, though, ah, you know, no, I'm not saying she didn't look good, but she just didn't even stand a chance because Caroline just came out the stocks on her. She was on her ass. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, wait. Uh-oh. I've been waiting for you, sir. Hello. Hello. How are you doing? How you doing, sunshine? Chicken has a great trainer. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I'm not gonna debate any of that. I'm I totally get it. I'm finding I know I'm biased. What the hell? I always say I'm biased. I try to be fair though. Yeah, I'm going for chicken too, but it's not going to be easy fight. Um, but we are on Chantel Cameron and Jessica Kamara. That is another fight again. I cannot pick. That's for the WBC interim world super light title. Two good boxers. Two good boxers. We just gonna have to see what happens. I mean, to be honest, I probably edge it to Chantel, but I have seen Jessica fight, and Jessica can fight, and she does have a little bit of power, in my opinion. We gonna have to see. You know what? You were just going ham. Okay. I needed you earlier. I'm in an Uber on the way to the fight. Oh, okay, yeah, I told you. Definitely enjoy yourself, family. Have a good old time. Have a good old time. Shake a tail feather for me when they play that music. How you doing, Cammy? It's been a minute since I seen you, sis. You have safe travels and blessings to you, beloved. Okay. Caroline is beyond pretty. She's the good so far. Yeah, we looked at her last fight and we were a little critical, but as we should be. When you have somebody that is like a Caroline, I think it is important for us to be kind of critical because what we think we see is kind of excellence, right? You don't want to be wrong with that, but I don't think she has a lot of room where she's shown that she's not what we think she is. So Cameron, Kamara, I edge it to Cameron, but I can't totally call that. The last fight I'm going to talk about because I didn't study on Tam Thibault and Mary Casamasa. Ramla Ali returning though, and against Alila Furtado. Y'all, Um, why had I not known that Ramla had lost again? And who did she lose to? The same lady who's fighting Ellie Scotney, Yamalith Mercado. I did not know that um, until I started doing my film study for this card. And a lot of people actually feel like Ramla was robbed. I don't know. Um, like I said, I do feel like Yamalith is a good fighter. Her and Ellie are good fighters. As far as this fight goes, though, with Lila Furtado, Lila is out of Brazil, has only fought domestic level women. Now, both of these women are 34 years old, but Lila is 11-2 with two knockouts. Ramla 9-2 with two knockouts, and she has been knocked out once. But she did come back and avenge her loss to Julissa Alejandra Guzman with the unanimous decision. And she beat her. She beat her. But this Lila Furtado fight, it's clear, it's obvious. It is another cannon fodder type fight. Ramla's too good for this chick. And don't get me wrong, okay, Lila, she has um, she has decent fundamentals. I don't care for her footwork. It's not like it's messy or anything. It's just lacking. But and the thing with her, she may have a little bit of power. But again, it's hard to gauge when she's fighting other girls out of Brazil because I know they're not on par with what we're seeing on the world level, the world stage, right? So, how you doing, Dub, right side? How you doing? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm trying to find you up there. How you doing? How you doing, Dub? So yeah, um, that's it for that card, though. Of course, on to the next, right? And I thought I had a thumbnail for them, but I think I might have gotten rid of that thing. So our next card will be Saturday, and I just feel a way about this. First, let me say this: the main fight on this card for me is Shakur versus Zepeda. I ain't with this co-main mess. I ain't with it. I am feeling away. I'm not a Shakur supporter. If any of you guys know, yeah, I really fell out of love with Shakur with the Edwin De Los Santos fight. Both of them pissed me off so bad. But I do root for Shakur. I'm not gonna lie because I do still feel like Shakur does have something special. I will not call him a master of range, but I will say he is very excellent at what he does. I think that he does get a bad rap. Um, it is a very upsetting to me, this whole runner bull crap, this whole smaller ring crap. It don't matter what size ring you put these guys in. You could put them in a shoebox. These fighters are going to do what they do. Period. You cannot stifle a man's style or a woman for that matter. These people are who they are. Um, it's shameful to me the individuals who went out and petitioned for the bull, and it it pisses me off to see them in the light of a DAZN. It pisses me off to see them when I'm looking on my family's videos when they're at these press conferences and these jerks are, having fun laughing in the background in black people's face. the fuck out of here, dude. That's just how I feel. It really pisses me off. This whole runner, this whole smaller ring, turkey. I'm telling you. I mean, every time I come and I talk to y'all, I was such a big proponent for turkey. But as time goes on, I went from a side eye to now I'm trying to stave off disgust. I said what I said about the Fatal Fury press conferences. He allowed racist rhetoric to ensue. Um, and a lot of people try to say, oh, he's not. Bullshit. He is in charge of it. He has to say. He has to say in every damn thing else. Knock off the crap. That's how I really feel about Mr. Turkey. Cut it out. Then we saw with this whole runner thing, you guys. To me, again, we have it's we know there are racial connotations with it, but for me, it goes deeper than boxing because, yeah, we know have called they've called historically these black boxers yellow bellies, chicken, and now runner. But they're not calling any other group of people this. Maybe they're mad. Maybe they're big mad because they don't have the same level of athleticism. Whatever. But knock it off. You're not going to stifle the Black American style. And obviously we know all Black Americans don't fight like that, but you can't do it. Okay? Knock it off. It doesn't matter what they do. I've said this before. We are we are the creme de la creme. We are the measuring stick. Okay, so you do what you want, but you're not gonna stifle a black man's style. I'm gonna just leave it at that. But as far as the runner and it going a little bit further, they called Ahmaud Arbery a runner. They start referring to black people as runners and basketball players. I don't like that shit. And I don't like that Turkey has allowed this to be fostered. And you want to try to make your little jokes. People, oh, he's just joking. It's not fucking funny. Tom and Jerry, yeah. I'm with Shakur. Every time Jerry gets the best of old time. It is what it is. Turkey been showing his ass. Thank you, J-Man. I agree, and I'm really starting to feel that way. Absolutely, I am. It's upsetting. If Shakur hands is good, he will win pretty easily. Right, and I heard talks of maybe his hands aren't good, but you know what? I'm not concerned. Clearly, Shakur has a chip on his shoulder. We saw him fight through, a messed up hand with Padley, and I went back and watched that fight. And he stopped him to the body. And shout out to Aunt McQueen at the Casual Corner because, again, he and Thomas Hill, they do such a good job of freaking doing film study. And everybody is, chips in, and we all see things. It's just a great place to watch film. No drama, very relaxed atmosphere, and it's very educational, very eye-opening because you have so many eyes that are picking apart these fighters in these matches, and Thomas are good at what they do. Okay. Reports are that they're going to be in a 20-by-20. Okay. Other fighters on the card didn't accept the smaller ring. But see, Dubs, what upsets me about that is the fact that Shakur has been pushed to the point where again, now he has a chip on his shoulder. So of course he accepted it because he's like, I can jack him up in whatever size ring y'all put me in. But it's not right. It's not right to even be doing this shit in the first place. And I know you understand what I'm saying. And I'm not like accusing you of, you know, I'm gonna back I'm going to backfire smaller ring. They smart. Yeah. Okay. Oh, it's going to backfire. Thank you, Snoopy. Thank you, fam. It's not gonna work. It doesn't freaking matter, dude. It doesn't matter what they do. So, um, okay. So Shakur versus Zepeda. Rah, rah, rah. Yes, I absolutely have Shakur winning that fight. I've heard people saying that he stops him though. I don't know because another thing with me is I don't believe when you're upset, when you are in your feeling, you're emotional. It works in some people's favors, but I just don't think it's a good idea. I don't like the idea of going in there angry. Um, and I don't think Shakur's angry though. He just has the chip on his shoulder, so I don't know. I don't have him stopping him. I don't have him stopping him. But to be honest, do I feel like he should stop him? Absolutely. Do I feel like it's because Zepeda is dangerous? No, because now Shakur and Tevin Farmer are not the same people. But I saw some things in his fights with Zepeda. His footwork is trash. He falls in a lot. He has short arms. And we know again if we're saying that Shakur is excellent with range. And another thing that I really need to stop in the boxing community is saying that this man is a runner and that he's always on the back foot. Shakur has fought in the pocket so many times, hit and make people miss and make them pay. Like it's just I don't know. I don't know what people are watching. I absolutely don't know what people are watching. He's taken fire. It's not like he's not gotten hit. So and and again, when have we seen him hurt? The only time we've even heard about him being hurt is because he said that Oscar Valdez hurt him. So I would love to see him use his range, but still get in and out. To be honest, because again, Zepeda has these short arms. His jab is nasty. I don't know. I think people think because he has this high volume that that's going to be a danger to Shakur. Well, you got to touch me first. You got to reach me. And it's not about running. It's just about them little short ass arms pumping and not touching on nothing. Okay? That's I'm just gonna say. Other fighters they root for ducking the 18. Let them swarmers get in there and do their 18. Let them just go to town. Go ham. Knock each other's brains out. I'm with it. He may get him to the body. That's another thing, AJ. Shakur absolutely needs to do because we don't see a lot of people doing that enough to him. And then we saw the way that Farmer, knocked him down. I think that was like a left hook, just caught him. Shakur could do that. And depending on how much power he puts behind that, because I am not of the mind of this freaking, I don't care if he has brittle hands. I just don't like to say these guys, oh, they're pillow fisted. Well, he's a pure boxer. What the hell is he supposed to? I'm going to shut up. ATX Red. How you doing, family? Welcome in. Shabrito. See, there we go. Shabrito. Okay. So obviously, again, and that's for the WBC World Light title. I have Shakur winning. I'm hoping he stops him so some of y'all can shut the hell up. And again, no, I'm not no super duper Shakur supporter, but I get tired, and I just really want to support the sport in these fighters. Um, I want to see them do the best, especially our people. And I don't give a shit if he says he's Puerto Rican, because I know I got a brother in this chat that's a Puerto Rican, and he's my brother. So the next fight, Alberto Puello versus Subriel Matias. For this is for the WBC World Superlight title. Me and Michael Ray, man, we've been going back and forth about this fight. One of these. This is one of the fights. Puello. And I know everybody feels a way about Subriel, for ducking Devin, for talking stuff to Devin, for getting beat up by Peril, um, which was actually masterful of Peril, the way he did that. But Alberto, yes, he beat Gary Antoine Russell, but then you fought Sandor, sir, and I still to this at this moment, I don't feel like he beat Sandor. You guys, I feel like Sandor was robbed. I feel like hold on, I'm trying to get this thing to do right. Here we go. I feel like Sandor was robbed. I feel like he drew Puello into his fight, into which is actually not Sandor's style. So that goes to show the IQ and that they had a plan. Um, he drew him into more of an inside fight, and Puello cannot. I'm not saying he cannot learn or he has not learned. He's not an inside fighter. He's super rangy. Um, Another pure boxer for me. Um, Very good on the outside, but I don't know that that's going to work here with Subriel. I think Subriel will be able to get in on the inside, and I think Subriel will be able to hurt Puello. I absolutely do. Something in my stomach is just like I think Subriel is gonna hurt Puello. Um, Let me see something real quick. Puello is 24-0 with 10 knockouts. Subriel 22-2 with 22 knockouts. Okay, when Subriel fought Ergashev, he shocked the mess out of him. Because I didn't think he would beat him the way he did, to where he did not want to come back out that corner. I just do. I think Subriel's going to get inside. I think he will be able to get to that body. I think that with the high guard that he had, I think he's going to be able to withstand a lot of that fire from Puello. If Sandor could draw Puello into an inside fight, I absolutely believe Subriel is going to be able to do this. I have Subriel winning. I don't want to say it's by stoppage, but and now that I'm not in the fight pool, I don't feel obligated to give a freaking manner. I hated that. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Whew. I hated that. I don't even like that about the fight pool. How you doing, D-Man? How you doing? I ain't talking it. Yes. Look, since you want to talk, because you over here laughing, I already know how you get down. You be you be starting shit. Yeah. How about that? How about that right there? That right there. Okay. Let me make sure this is it's not. Y'all, my grandbaby done turned into a screamer. So if you hear in the background, it's nothing I could do. The baby is not even 5 months yet, and she wakes up doing it. She goes to sleep doing it. She screams, she screeches. She's vocal. She came out vocal. I don't know what to say about this shit. I need earplugs, so I'll tell you that much. So yes, I'm picking Matthias. You got something to say about it? I would be so very interested in hearing about this, great brother. Yeah, 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 yeah. I think Matia's footwork is amateur compared to Puyo. Yeah, I agree. But he can crack. All he needs to do is get inside and get to that body or that chin. And both. Let me just say that. You on pop duty too? Yeah. Well, my husband's watching while but I know y'all hear her because she be going ham. Okay. So I gave my pick for that. The next fight, which is supposed to be the co-main, but I absolutely do not call it that. It is just or it's supposed to be the main. Yeah, whatever. It's the co-main. It's the second fight. That would be Hamza Shiraz versus Edgar Berlanga. Okay, a few weeks ago, I picked Berlanga. And this is the other fight I've been going back and forth with Michael Ray on. Um, Feeling like with the new coach, Berlanga could possibly pull off something. We know he has power, but I had to be honest with myself. He's not really he's not really like fundamentally tight as I would like him to be. Um, Another person who does not have good footwork, uh, Hamza. I've always liked up until the Adamas fight. Um, I know people were saying I felt like he did give an excuse about the hand, and I absolutely know I don't care. Bronco beat Hamza. There to me, there's no question about that. And I felt a way for a little while about the fact that Shiraz got this fight, and I mean it's like a your name in the stars type of and your name in the lights type of fight. I don't know that he deserved this fight. I mean, because at this point I am thinking that Hamza just just might with that range because he's dangerous with that, especially if he on the end of his jabs. Um, I think he got Berlanga, dude. It is what it is. I think he's gonna beat Berlanga. It took me a while to come to that because I felt like I mean the thing is Berlanga obviously has a chance because the dude has power. We know he knocks people out early, and that's another reason why I also think that Berlanga his fundamentals are not tight like they should be. He definitely needed more rounds. He's one of the ones who needed rounds to become a better fighter. Um, and to some degree, I even question whether he even cared. Did he even care? Did you get your first paycheck and he was just like, "I'm good." I'm gonna shut up. I'm saying too much. But Hamza, he, I think he's gonna outbox him for sure. I think Hamza has power. Does he have the power of a Canelo to knock him down or knock him out? We're just gonna have to see. But all this trash talking has been disturbing to me. It's I totally enjoy fighters going at it, having but I'm tired of the M bombs, y'all. I really am. I'm tired of these people doing this, and then I'm tired of it. Just can we just cuss each other out without doing all that? And I am a person who says the word, but it just makes me feel the way watching them do that in front of all these people. And with you, sir, oh yes, I'm one of them. If you don't look like me, I really don't want to hear you saying that shit. It just is what it is. Sorry, but I'm not sorry. It just is what it is. Oh, thank you, AJ. I'm glad somebody's with me. You know what? This is number two. Number two. You gonna make fun of me for everything I pick? Click that damn link. I need you, sir. Hmm. Click the link, sir. Oh, I've been talking about you, Michael Ray. I came out with my pick, and yes, I picked Shiraz, and I still pick Matthias though. I can't, I can't. You you don't like Berlanga? No, I don't. I don't. Do you not mind it? Damn, I'm interested in knowing. I don't like hearing him say that. I don't like hearing the brothers say it either. Because again, it's in mixed company, and it's beyond the mixed company. It's the world watching y'all sit up here. Because to me, to be honest though, that that press conference, it was just classless. I don't like the kiddie stuff either. Playing music while somebody's talking. Like I don't like Berlanga. Yeah, I was trying, y'all. I was trying my best to just. Okay, okay. I'm not sorry. No, I said I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. But no, yeah, I didn't like that press conference. I'm tired. I'm tired of the juvenile. What happened to the men that would sit on the stage with the nice suit on and look good, but they still talk shit? These these dudes. I mean, even okay. Let me double back. Even well, it is going a little forward, but even Abdullah, even Brian, I'm gonna say Devin, even though I feel like he's been starting shit, but you know, it's it's still the way you carry yourself. You can still talk slick, you can still talk shit, but you don't have to be so. It's just it's too much for me. That's all I can say. It turns me off to the press conference. It just does. I gave my pick. On to the next fight. David Morrell versus Imam Katayev. And, I talked briefly about Imam popping dirty. Um, I like Imam though. I don't obviously okay, let me be clear. I have Morrell winning. But I like Imam. The first time I saw him was on the undercard of Sky Nicholson versus Tierra Brown. And I was like, okay, this dude, he's a little tough. He's a little toughy. But yeah, something tells me, and hopefully, prayerfully, David Morrell learned something from that Benavidez fight. Either way, I don't think Imam has something for him. Um, I don't think he has anything for David Morrell. He is a good fighter though. Um, David Morrell, 6'1", 77-inch reach. Imam, 5'10" and a half. I can't see a reach. I can't see a reach on him. 10 and 9. Then that's the interesting part. They are closer in fight experience. Let me see something real quick. Imam though, oh y'all, wait a minute, I gotta share this. And it doesn't change my pick. Let me be clear. But he's not a bad fighter by far. So he's 10-0 with 9 knockouts. And his last fight was, Derval Palacio. He won by unanimous decision, and he barely won that to me because there actually it was just a good fight. But Palacio was putting it on him. Look at this man's. But he only it's the amateurs. We only got 15 knockouts. I mean, he was knocked out twice, but 90-23 amateur. Oh. Interesting. Now, hold on. First of all, so 11-1 with 9 knockouts. We know who his one loss is to. 48-5 with 12 knockouts. Yeah. I got my good bro, David Morrell, still pulling this off. I do have issues with things that David Morrell does, but I still think he can squeak by on you know, a lot of times he's out of, I can't say position, but when he throws that uppercut and he looks, all it would take is for someone smart enough to figure out, damn, when he's throwing this uppercut, because he can be missing with the uppercut. That's the crazy part. Throw overhand right. You can knock David Morrell, at least get a knockdown, because he's out of position. He's been so awkward. He gives tails. He squats down, and then he comes up. Like, it's just, I don't know what Imam's IQ is truly like. We're gonna have to see. But can he give Morrell a little trouble? I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna have to see. But I'm gonna pick David Morrell to win this. The limbo cut. Is that what you calling it? The limbo cut? Cause dude be throwing that thing from Hades. I promise you. Why do I see DP Rocker's name? Hi, DP. How you doing? How you doing, DP Rocker? And Universal Truth. Wait a minute. Oh, hey, how you doing? How you doing, Universal Truth? Yeah. Okay, I'm not gonna say I'm not interested in Ryoto Tsumi and Michael Ruiz, but I'm not. I'm not. It is what it is. It'll be all right. Y'all be all right. So today, well, this was yesterday, but y'all already know what time it is. You know how I'm rocking over here and who I'm rocking with. And I ain't mad if you ain't. Don't be mad at me if you ain't rocking. And I know some of you guys are torn and can't choose. But my guy got he got a little dust up yesterday, right? Yeah. Shame on Devin Haney's bodyguard Tank. Shame on you, sir. Putting your hands on these men. Like, I ain't know, I'm laughing now. I wasn't laughing yesterday. I was like, ain't this a bit, it was nasty. I think that was nasty work on behalf of Mr. Tank. And yeah, had he hurt, had he hurt Brian Jr., that would have been a shit load of issues right there, and you would have jacked up a fight that the community's already, it's just bubbling. It's just people is holding back. They started out coming out fighting like cats in a bag. Then we managed to simmer down. But it's one of them, and we know it's gonna be one of them. And the reality is, they don't really need much to sell this fight, y'all. Not in my opinion. The fathers came out and did their thing. I don't think they had to do that to sell this fight. You got people who want to see Devin get knocked out or hurt. You got people who want to see can Brian box, and is he going to be able to have a skill level that's on par with Devin, and blah, 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 blah. Look, this fight could sell itself. It really could. But you know what? That brought more eyes to it, because I know so many of you out there love drama, and I hate it. But some of y'all love sensationalism, and it's cool, I guess, for what it's worth. But I'm super excited. The press conference, I was a little upset that they tried to make it about Benavidez and Yard. I hope we're not doing this co-main thing again, Turkey. I already said Shakur and Zepeda's the fight, not Shiraz and Berlanga. Like, I I need people to get on the good foot. I need them to get on the good foot. Yes. And look, if you old enough, you already know what time it is. And the thing that was I kind of laughed at, but I didn't. Y'all, uh, that dude ripped his shirt and pulled it up like it's not. Oh, dog, that was so crazy. I just hope Devin and his team are not digging a bigger hole than they need to be. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's the talk of the whole card. Wait a minute, J man. You mean Devin and Norman, not Benavides and Yard. I'm hoping. Because let me get there. Because that card is still, oh, y'all, we getting two good fights this weekend. And then this card is going to be, oh, super excited about the stuff that we have on the horizon. And yes, I do know Tank was taken to jail. I don't care. I don't talk about Tank over here because I don't really like him. Never would knock his skill and his fighting style, but dude just he don't interest me. I don't care about his baby mama. I don't care about him. You know what? Yeah, I'm one of the ones that be like, please just retire soon. The sooner the better. When you go, take Canelo with you. Loma's gone now. I ain't gotta worry about him. You could take Tio. Like I don't care about Tank like that. I just don't. I just don't. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. You know what though? Okay, I'm gonna get into this though. It is a very good matchup. Yes, it is Black Excellence. Absolutely. And we love that. We love that. Who said black men can't sell? Shit. I got B Norman too. HA. Ah. Yeah, good promotion. They did kind of make it feel like Norman and Haney. It did. Thank you. I'm glad somebody else is agreeing with me because I didn't like that. So I'll just talk about that real quick and then I'll get to the actual cards, the fights on the card. But yeah, I did not like the feel of it, and it was something else one of you guys said too that it just brought me. Okay, it's gone. It's gone like that. So I'll go on. On that card, we have, and I'll do the main last. Jesse Rodriguez and Fernando Daniel Puma. We got Puma Martinez. That's gonna be a good fight. I think it's kind of interesting how Turkey is putting out fights when these guys have fights. Usually, we don't like to think that they would be thinking beyond the fight that they still have in front of them, but I do think that I know Bam's gonna beat Cafu, so I'm not really concerned with that. Um, and he's gonna beat Puma at the end of the day, in my opinion. Um, Bam is 21-0. Puma is 18-0. Puma's too slow. Puma is a good fighter, but there's no way. There's no way. I'm sorry. Yeah, it is what it is. We will see Jesse Bam Rodriguez come out on the other side of this, the winner, and eventually go on to fight in an hour in the way. Why can't I say his name? It's in the way. That's why. Which one I want to do next? I'm gonna skip to David Benavidez and Anthony Yard because I'm gonna be frank. I feel like they just slapped this one together, and just to give both of these gentlemen a payday. Because who asked for this shit? Who asked for this? Yard? Yard. Who did he just fight? We were on Arthur. Yeah, Yard just fought Lyndon Arthur, and we were just asking, where does he go from here? Surely it's not a David Benavidez fight. And here comes Turkey. Who called Turkey a novice earlier? Who said Turkey's a casual? Was it you, J-Man? I think that was you, J-Man. You were right. This is some bullshit. Last thing I saw from Tank was him getting his yeah. Okay. I know you are Devin, and I love Devin, but not this fight. Devin is quieting all that talk about top black fighters not fighting. Okay, no, this I could get down with. Absolutely. He is. And you know what else is quieting, J Man? Everybody talking about he has PTSD. And I said that initially. There's nothing wrong with Devin, y'all. Of course, his fight after that bull crap with Ryan, he was out a year for one. Two, that had to be traumatic. Of course, he was gonna come back not looking the same. Well, wait a minute, let me back. And the man had two new trainers. Two new trainers. And you're learning new stuff. Again, it takes 3 good times with your trainer before you are proficient and you show it in the ring. So you had Shane Mosley and you had Nate Jones. I think he did very well in spite of all that. And again, yeah, because I told y'all I love Devin, I love Brian. It's just this fight I cannot do it. I cannot. But this is top black fighters, and they are going to sell. You best bet that's gonna happen. Yes, Indie way. J Man, I'm tired of because not fighting. Oh yeah. I know how you feel about that. This is the best card I've seen in a while. My favorite active fighter, the Mexican Monster. He's getting better fight by fight, y'all. It is just crazy when you really look at David Benavidez. I mean, this dude had atrocious footwork. He used to square up, fall in. I mean, but he was still winning. But it was just ugly to me personally. It was not aesthetically pleasing. But he's getting better. And that IQ, it's off the chain. You see it grow fight by fight. That's what I love about David Benavidez. And my new favorite, yes, sir. About to get his first, and I am so happy, and he's doing it on this card. Y'all, I'm excited about this card, and it's months. Jeez, it's gonna be after my birthday. It's months to come. I sure wish he would have it in America, y'all. I can't lie. Yeah. Okay, so I will talk about that a little bit and I'll get back to David. Man, look, you was already talking about retiring. And then you did the dumb shit, talking about you're gonna fight Jake Paul. And I really truly believe he was so serious about it. Nobody wanna see that shit. But this is retirement because I'm pretty damn sure this man was not off of probation yet. And I just got a question for the gentleman in the chat, man. And maybe I shouldn't be posing this question to gentlemen because a gentleman ain't gonna be jacking with a girl like this. Who goes back to a girl puts boo-boo on your toothbrush? Please tell me. Please tell me. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm in trouble, y'all. I'm in trouble. Hey, Aunt, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. I'm over here carrying out my domestic duties, doing laundry, cooking lunch, things of that sort.
Okay, great,
What's
brother.
the deal?
Chilling like a villain. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Actually, I'm phenomenal. Thank you for asking. How about yourself?
I am very well. Thank you for asking as well. I appreciate that. Appreciate it. You're going with Dev, and I ain't shitting on Junior. I like him too. Okay, so D man, I am not gonna shit on anybody, but I'm going to talk shit. So I, I respect that. Yeah, you know what? I really wish he would. I really wish he would stick to promoting. The the chick messaged me up the first time. It's yeah, but you're a gentleman. You're not even supposed to be answering this, sir. But I know. Let me stop. What you got going on, Ed? How you feel about any? You've been in here.
I
Anything that
just
I
had to
talked
catch up
about?
on Tam Tibble. Did you see she got a copy?
No, I think you were
The
watching
prelims are
her
on
or
right now.
something, right?
Yeah, from Canada.
It's on. Oh no! It is. Okay, so then let
Yeah,
me
the
run through
prelims are on
this so
YouTube.
I can get my. Yeah. I gotta go. I gotta go, y'all. Let me go on.
No multitasking today.
I don't like to multitask when I'm watching fights. I just like to watch the fights. Mm.
Tam scored a knock. She scored a stoppage though.
Ah, Lee. Okay, yeah. Let me move around then, cause I'm gonna have to run that back. So David Benavidez, Anthony Yard. I don't like the fight. I absolutely feel like Anthony Yard believes in himself, but I do also feel like he's gonna get beat beat on. It's just a question of how much can he withstand. And trust me, I believe that Anthony Yard is actually a very good fighter, but I don't think he's hungry as a fighter, if that makes sense. I don't think he goes the extra mile it takes to be a great fighter. So, you know,
You think that Adidas money got him a tad bit lax? Adidas money afforded him some king size mattresses and silk sheets.
who Yard?
Yeah, Anthony Yard, he's done pretty good for himself out there in the UK with the endorsements and things of that sort. He's
Yeah,
an Adidas athlete.
you're saying do I think this money will afford him those things?
No, I'm asking, do you think that the money that he's made thus far has kind of prevented him from
Oh,
pushing himself to his absolute limit?
maybe.
And he's
And
cool
and
with just being right there, like one of those fringe guys. Like, there's a
I
certain
think
caliber of fighter I can beat, but I'm cool with being like right here.
I think it could also just be argued that maybe some people just don't have things in them without them being brought out, um, because he's been with Tunde this whole time, right? I'm gonna assume that
Yeah,
maybe
that could be the case. That could be the
yeah.
case. And I
I,
also
I
think that
just feel like
David Benavidez is one of those guys who's been built. Like there are guys who are born, but they got all the talent, and then you got other guys who are built. David Benavidez is a former fat kid. He was 300 pounds at 12 years old. So he started boxing seriously to get himself in shape. So
mhm.
he's been built. He had to work hard for this. So
Well, I
that could be
mean,
it.
didn't we have this conversation about all fighters to some degree are built, right? Some have a little bit more work put into them than others, and more quality work put into them than others, right? You know what,
Yeah.
Michael Ray? I don't even think it matters, man. That's
Yeah,
sad.
that gas ain't gonna get siphoned either way. Because one thing about David Benavidez is he's gonna go to that body. He's gonna put some sauce on those ribs. You know him. He's a pit master.
Oh, did you say that? Look at it. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Hey, pray for Crazy. How you doing, family? Welcome in. Look, I'm trying to get up out of here, but see, Ant will hold me hostage. He and Steph Brown are hostage holders.
You gotta
I'm
make
like,
sure that jab defense is on point too. And when guys watch that Kovalev fight, my man was eating a lot of jabs.
Well,
Anthony
okay.
Yarde.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't know that I don't wouldn't call David Benavidez like the king of jabs in this. I don't know that he has to worry about that so much. We know what he is though. And he's a guard buster. He's the thing. But Anthony Yard don't have that guard like that either. So it's
Well,
gonna be
sometimes he does. Sometimes he does. When he's more offensive, he fights out of his shell. But when he's being defensive, and then that gas tank is being pushed to the brink a tad bit, that's when you'll see him resort to the high guard a little bit more. I saw it in the fight with Beterbiev. As the fight wore on, he kept his hands a little bit tighter in front of him in a high guard. And yeah, really wasn't moving his upper body. He was just kind of shelling up. And I think that's a recipe for disaster as well. Because like you just pointed out, succinctly, the man is a guard buster, a guard manipulator. He is a peeler.
he's a pillar controller.
Yeah,
Yeah.
controller, very handsy. Jamie
Yeah.
Yard's gas tank, not the best. If you've seen this fight with Sergey Kovalev, if you haven't seen it,
His gas tank isn't good.
Fight. It failed him. It failed him.
How you doing?
Hey, what's up with it, sis? How you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. What's up with it, brother? How you feeling?
I'm feeling phenomenal, man. Appreciate you asking. How about yourself?
Man, I'm good money, man. I'm good money. If I was gonna need better, bro, it'd be two of us. It'd be two of us. What's up, baby? Hey, baby. What's
I'm
up with you,
chilling.
sister?
I'm
You doing
chilling.
well?
Mm,
I was trying to type it, but I felt like I seen that I could get on the stream, so I figured I'd come up here real quick. Anthony Yarde is fool's gold. I think he's fool's gold, and I'm gonna tell you why. He is one of the fighters from the UK that is enamored with the Black American fight style,
yeah.
and he's enamored with that style of fighting, the culture in general. But he's enamored with that fight style, but they don't have the school of boxing that's conducive to have that style. You
So
see
why
what I'm
are you
saying?
with Tunde? Why haven't you came over here?
For whatever reasons, you know what I'm saying? But it's you know a lot of people like to. Well, if he came over here, we wouldn't know who he was. If he came, if he came, you know who he would be if he was over here?
Who?
He would be Andrew Tabiti.
He could go over there with Roy. I've thought about this before. He could come over here and he can fight with somebody. He
would be.
Andrew.
Chris Eubank was over here with Roy.
And you
And
know,
he was, get-
and what did
he was
he
getting his
do?
ass whooped.
No, he did not.
He did too get whooped with Roy.
No, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So I didn't like him imitating Roy. Let me stop playing.
He got beat up on.
Well, no, he got elbowed.
Okay.
You saw that. We all saw that.
Okay.
That's
How many fights did he fight with Roy? Didn't he have two with Roy? I was only one. And he got elbowed. All right, I give you that.
Yeah, we seen that.
give you
Liam, the follow through was nasty. That was an elbow. We saw it.
I give you that.
He
But
said
those
no
guys,
with
though,
Roy, no.
but those guys over there, they're enamored with the Black American style. You know what I mean? Just like the fashion, just like you know what I'm saying. Just like the music and all of that stuff. But they do not want to. They don't have the schooling in order to successfully pull off that style. Anthony Yarde would be much more better if he had a traditional UK boxing style, traditional fisticuffs, so on and so forth. Have some European championships, might even get a shake at a world title, and maybe even get a piece of the, you know what I mean, a piece of the world title. But that
Okay, what traditional UK fighter is on the world stage whooping tail like that? Especially when they start to come back and over here fighting with us.
well, you already know as far as coming back and forth with us, you know, it's kind of is what it is. But I think that the traditional UK style that I've seen that I like, I think Anthony Joshua when he's really on, he has a real good working off the jab, fighting style, controlling the distance, in and out, moving back and forth. You know what I mean? That's a traditional kind of fisticuff style. You have who else is Black American? And I'm thinking about when Frank Bruno had his time. Of course, the greatest UK fight, or I can't even call him a UK fighter, but
Something like
Lennox.
that.
You know what I mean? When Lennox had his
That's what
time,
Jay Man just said. Yeah, he should
fighting
go to
off
Linux.
fighting behind the jab. You know what I'm saying? Everything creating off of the jab, controlling the distance. Just a traditional, actual fisticuff style. And if Anthony Yard would literally, employ that style, um, as opposed to trying to do the hands down, react, rhythmic Black American fight, the perpetual rhythmic motion. Rest in peace and rest in power and rest in president in paradise to Kurt Sugar. But instead of trying to, employ that style, I think he would fare better if he did a little bit more of a traditional boxing style. But I think ultimately, man, honestly, I think he's fool's gold. Like he got think about it, man. He a brother. He light skinned, he got muscles and he got cornrows. That's the starter kit. He looked like a Tyler Perry movie actor. You know
He
what I'm
does.
saying?
He
He looked like a
does.
Tyler Perry movie actor.
But
That's what
but,
more do
but
you need?
cuter, but cuter. But yes,
Yeah. Well, I ain't here to say, one way or the other. But I like Yard. I do like him. He
I
cool.
do.
You know what I'm saying? I think he's solid. I think shout out to Tunde, shout out to all of them. But as far as on the world stage, I think he's fool's gold. Now the problem is, this is my problem, and then I'm getting long with it, so I'm gonna stop. My problem is with the UK, they have such a deep and wonderful boxing culture. It's good enough for them to be British champions. Like you
That's
could
true.
go be a British champion. You could get your Hugo Boss deal. You can get your Fila deal. You know what I'm saying? Get your Adidas, like the brother was talking about the Adidas deal. Get your endorsement deals and be the baddest Brit over there. And then you get look at what happened to Chris Eubank Sr.
That's
Just
true.
be the baddest Brit. Just be the baddest Brit. You know what I'm saying? But when
But
we
like
force
you
them
said,
on,
he too enmeshed with the American culture.
it's not. It's bad for you, man. It's poison. Sometimes I don't want to. Sometimes I don't want to be enmeshed with the with our culture. You know what I mean? I get sick of these N words, man. I get sick of this foolishness. I'm so sick of like the Shakur Stevenson and Edgar Berlanga. That made me sick to my stomach to sit up there and watch that press
Thank
conference today.
you.
Yesterday.
I
That
said the
made me sick
same
to my
thing.
stomach. Like I get tired of that. You know what I'm saying? So like sometimes, man, it's just got to be good enough to be who you are. You know what I mean? Because in a lot of ways, you'll destroy your brand. Like Shakur Stevenson, he is totally destroying his brand, and he cannot be marketed correctly.
And then he keeps opening his mouth saying stuff. Why would you say what you said about Sugar Ray Robinson that he's buns? What the
Man,
hell, dude?
he just
He
he
be
needs
doing the
they
dumbest.
need PR. He needs PR. He
He
needs
needs to
PR.
just, yeah,
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 he needs
I
he
guess.
needs P. Well,
But
he
how do you
needed
do
PR.
PR? How do you do PR in an interview where sometimes you just have to have the mind to say, yeah, I don't have a comment for that. I don't have a thought for that. Like something, just stop saying. He be saying
Well,
the wildest shit about fighters. I just, especially historically, it's like no
well,
respect there, and I don't like it.
it's weird, but he comes from. You got to understand that the top rank. That's part of the scam. And I'm sorry, you got me talking, but Top Rank, that's a part of the scam. Like they literally make these guys and get these guys in a position where they're not marketable or their market value plummets so that they can keep them under contract for pennies on a dollar. We've seen it done over and over and over and over again. We saw it done well with Black American fighters. We see it. Like we saw it done with Floyd. We've seen it done with Bud. Like we've seen it done. Now we've seen it done with Shakur. You know what I mean? And it's just one of them situations. And I think that he's done irreparable damage to his brand, and I don't think his brand will ever be able to get to what it should have been. You know what I mean? He
I
should have
agree with
been
that.
he should have been Shakur Stevenson was put in place to be he could have been the Black Golden Boy. He could have
He's
been the
almost
Black Golden
30.
Boy.
He's almost 30
Yeah.
years old. Yeah, I kind of can agree with that for real. Uh-oh. He might have got a phone call. Hey, 503, how you doing?
Hey, peace, peace, peace. How you doing, sis?
Chilling, chilling. How you doing?
Man, I'm good, man. I just got out of work. I was listening to you
Talking shit.
talk your shit, man. You
No,
was
you was talking shit.
yeah, well, I talk shit once I park, but I was listening to you though. It was smooth ride home. Listen, back to the yard listening to you. What's good with the chat? Salute to the my that's Junior on here. Junior
Yeah, that's
and my boy
Junior.
Ant. Yeah, salute.
Yeah.
Salute, salute.
Yeah.
I got my own thoughts on Shakur Stevenson. I believe that he's just trying to embrace the detractors. Because if you notice his past couple of fights, anytime something is said about him, like for example, going into Autumn fight, people saying he's on Twitter too much, calling him Shakira Twitterson. Then you seen this kid the night of the fight, he had Twitterson on the trunk. All of this talk about the whole Tom and Jerry thing, he shows up, he has the Tom and Jerry hat on. So I think he's trying to play the heel intention because he's just aware of how people perceive him. And I do think that he's one of those guys where, regardless of what he does, he's gonna have the detractors. He's been much maligned, so it's kind of like, hey, you damned if you do, you damned if you don't. So you might as well just play into it at this point. I think that's what he's doing.
I can agree. I can see that.
Because he seems to be fairly reasonable. If you see him on certain platforms, like I just saw him on Robert Byrd and what's my other guy? Kenny Bayless on their platform. Yeah, he was very respectful. He was very respectful.
Of them, but what about historic fighters? That's where the problem seems to come in sometimes.
Yeah, but I mean, the guy has Sweet Pea tattooed on his leg.
Yeah, but that's just because he likes Sweet Pea. But why would you disrespect? Okay, I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna let it.
Because he was having a debate with Najee. He actually made another tweet after that clip surfaced, and he was talking about how he was just debating with Najee.
Yeah,
People do it
right. I saw that.
People be arguing about Jordan LeBron. Oh yeah, LeBron James bum ass.
I'm kind of reminded. You gotta be mindful of what you're saying, man. Even if it's a debate.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. You should be mindful.
503.
What it do, sis?
I know that's your boy. So how
you know it? You know it.
How you feel about all this? How do you feel about all this? How do you feel about the press conference and the way he conducted himself? I just gotta ask.
I mean, yeah, I know. Look, you a classy, bougie woman, right? So you don't like all the ghetto shit.
I'm not bougie.
You know, you carry yourself in a very respectable way. So I understand that's why you didn't like it. There was a whole lot of ghetto ratchet shit going on, East Coast style. But I'm gonna say this: I understand why Shakur feel the way he feel. He got a lot of built up animosity towards Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy because he been trying to fight Zepeda for a minute, and
right.
The man has been number one in every sanctioning body. For at least 2-3 years now. So I understand, the frustration. You know what I'm saying? And like you say about me, Oscar is an Aquarius like myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm not comparing myself to him because we different, but he talks shit, he starts shit. And he been talking shit about Berlanga. So Berlanga had a little built up animosity towards him as well. But everybody been talking shit about Berlanga. You was just talking shit about Berlanga.
I sure did.
So a lot of people don't like Berlanga after that Canelo shit. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely understand why Berlanga went at him. I understand why Shakur went at him. I think Shakur's biggest problem is Shakur don't have the names. Like when we comparing him and Devin and Tank, side by side, Tank Davis is the big superstar, big knockout power, got all of the, highlight reel knockouts. Devin Haney, undisputed, 2 division weight champion, fought Lomachenko, fought Cambosis, fought Regis, fought Ryan. So Shakur don't have none of that.
That's true.
I mean, but it's like I say, it's kind of self-inflicted because you fumbled the Devin Haney fight. Top rank didn't promote you good enough for you to get the Lomachenko fight, because how the fuck does Devin Haney comes over there? He ain't been on Top Rank since day one. He comes over there and gets the Lomachenko fight before you. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's not Devin's fault.
And then Loma dogged the mess out of him after that. Left that tweet up there. Woo.
Yeah. So a lot of shit Shakur has done has been self-inflicted, but he's playing catch up. He's trying to catch up with these guys. You know what I'm saying? But I think, to me, he's in the best position now because, of course, Devin Haney is fighting Norman at 47. Tank Davis can't keep his hands off women, and Keyshawn Davis is at 140. So I mean, the division is his to take. I don't know if he's gonna fight Abdullah Mason, but I would definitely like to see him fight Murtala. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But he could have been fighting him too, because they were calling him out, and Shakur was trying to do other stuff. You still ain't fought Joe Cordina. I'm gonna shut up because I we all feel the way we feel. I'll just say that.
Nah, stop saying. Oh, I'm gonna shut up. Nah, talk your shit. Don't humble yourself on your own platform. Talk your shit, because you damn sure be talking shit in that chat. Don't humble yourself now. You know what I'm saying? Nah.
I am humble. What do you mean?
Nah, you be talking shit, man.
I do.
See, they. I know the other shower. They don't be seeing the shit you be saying behind the scenes.
They see me in the chat. They see me in the chat too. They see me. They know what I be talking about. Yeah, no. And then we got, we're having a conversation, and I'm here to kind of just pull from you guys and see how you feel. I'm trying to see how you feel. So I want to say something about something you said. You said that, oh, dang it. Okay, there go Ant. So you said that, because this is the thing. I'm not bougie. I got a little class, I think. But bougie, no. I'm pretty down to earth. And I had my
okay,
days.
How about classy? Classy. You classy.
I said I'll take classy, but I'm still down to earth. I had my days of being, I ain't never been ratchet or ghetto, I don't think, but I've been loud, I've been obnoxious, I've been a ninja, because I'm still a ninja, but I can't get with saying that stuff in public in front of people. I don't like it, because these people I think they get off on it. I don't like that. And I'm not knocking them for wanting to go at Oscar, because I can't stand Oscar. Please go at him every single chance you get, but just stop dropping that N-bomb. That's the only thing that be bothering me. That's the only thing I was really saying. That's all.
I mean, I feel you, but in this era, man, these guys, these Latino dudes, especially in New York and like where I'm at in Houston and Texas,
I know
they say ninja.
Because these young ones let them get away with that. Shame on y'all. Shame
So
on y'all.
I mean, it's not my era, but the guys underneath me, so
yeah, I know your age.
I definitely understand where you're coming from. I just think that the like I say, the problem with Shakur is he don't have the resume. I think the biggest two fights he have is what, Herring and Valdez. So, yeah.
Don't laugh.
You funny, man. Yeah, is that it? Yeah, I mean, what other names he got on there? Come on now.
Hold on. Um, Nakati is not bad. Don't y'all say nothing. Damn it. It's not bad. That's not a bad name to have. Because
Yeah,
anytime anybody else fight him, they swinging off of that name. So I'm
oh,
trying to give a man credit now.
I mean, listen, Shakur is my guy. Like, there's no secret. There's no secret about that. But I'm gonna be real with myself, and I gotta be real on your platform. I'm not gonna disrespect your platform. I mean, when we talking about legacy, like
Yeah,
Zepeda,
you're
yeah.
right.
I mean, even Zepeda ain't the best.
I
Ain't
don't
the
think so because you
You
just
know what
said
I'm
legacy, and
saying?
I'm like Zepeda ain't that, but
Yeah.
Zepeda's not the thing. What?
You know, like Zepeda is a step above. Like to me, he's like the 135 Valdez minus the belt. I mean, Valdez had a belt. He was the real WBC champion. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah. I agree with you. I don't like Zepeda like that.
The question I
I
have is
didn't
at
like him out there.
135, who is there though? Realistically, because we talk about guys not fighting elite fighters or A-level fighters or however it is, S tier, whatever we want to classify the elite of the elite. How many of these guys really exist at 135?
Yeah, me and my husband talk about that all the time. It's not even the same class of people right now of that ilk. It would be Tank and him.
That's about it. Because if you were to whoop Raymond Muay right now, you'd be like, yeah, well, Raymond Muay, he's cool, but who did he fight? If you
That's
were to beat
lower than
Andy
Zepeda.
Cruz, and you'd be like, oh, well, Andy Cruz didn't even have 10 fights. If you
Andy
were to
just
beat
getting
Floyd
on.
Cofield, you'd be like, well, he only beat Kevin Farmer, who just fought Zepeda and what's the name, and he's mid-30s, damn near 40 years old. So it's like, who is there to really fight that would qualify him? Air quotes,
You
legacy.
know what? Okay, so you saying that, I ain't gonna lie, you guys. I feel that way just about the run of the most of some of the divisions right about now anyway. And there's a lot of guys within some of these, but how many accolades do the most of them have? Not a lot. It's not a lot of guys out here that's just doing something. And then you can chalk that up to the fights that they were getting and how far in between fights and stuff, but it's just not like before. It's a lot of building that needs to go on, especially with the really young guys coming on. So great start for Abdullah coming on, because I knew he was gonna get his shot before the end of the year. I just knew it. And I would like to see him beat Noakes and continue to build on that. And again, no disrespect to anybody who likes him, but get Tank the hell up out of here. Let these young guys fight and start building their careers while they're young, and they want to fight people, because we got a whole new group of young men that want to fight. They want to get it in. They're not mealy mouthed. I don't want to. No, okay. Get your ass on there and let these young dudes get the smoke that they want. So if we can
The
start
the,
having, yeah.
the question is this, right? And we're gonna have this conversation after this fight. And I know you're gonna be talking shit about this. What it when Shakur beats Zepeda, because I think he's gonna beat Zepeda, what is your next move? Are you gonna stay at 35 and
Why are
fight
we
some of the
asking ourselves this every time he fights too? Five.
I
Why?
mean, cause like I said, it goes back to
He needs
he
to
does
move
not
up.
yeah, he does not have he does like okay, if Shakur, Devin, and Tank are the three kings of the new era of boxing, Shakur will be the last king. He will be in last place, respectfully. And
True.
Shakur is my guy. You know what I'm saying?
I
I
know.
have no problem. I have no problem admitting that.
I
You know
know
what I'm
you do.
saying?
You keep it real.
So like maybe if the Tank Davis and Lamont thing doesn't go through, maybe you could fight Lamont Roach. He needs the names.
I said that he needs to fight Lamont, and I mean,
Yeah,
'cause again, everybody who fights Tank, there is a level of celebrity that automatically gets attached to them. So even with
right.
them getting that draw, and if he doesn't get to fight Tank again, I still think, and I liked Lamont before. People keep saying, "Oh, nobody knew who Lamont was." Bull. Then you don't watch boxing. If you didn't know who Lamont Roach was, then you don't freaking watch boxing. I like
Exactly.
Lamont. Yeah. So, but that we do keep asking that question: where does Shakur go every time he has a fight? He really needs to move up to 140, and because there's good names there. Where 35 doesn't. Those are the younger guys that he says he don't want to fight some of these older guys who are more closer to where you know what I mean, and
Yeah,
get you some good fights in. There's plenty of
but
people I'm sure that'll fight
it's
him at 140.
this is the thing now, right? If we going off your path for Shakur, your ideas, right? Your vision. If we going off what Queen Shah was saying, we gotta put this into the formula. Are you gonna fight your so-called brothers? We're brothers. We're
He
happy
got
and we're
to.
singing and we
Yeah,
other.
he
Are you
got
gonna
to.
fight? Are you gonna fight your brothers because you got Keyshawn Davis going to 140 and you have Africa, who is a champion at 140? Are you gonna fight
Well,
it? You know what I'm
I
saying?
heard that they would fight each other. I heard that they would. They're not like Keyshawn and him were, and I question whether him and Keyshawn are like that now. After that little word thing that happened, if he's almost 30 years old, if he's smart, you get in there and you fight. This is your job, dude. Y'all can be
Yeah,
friends later if that's what you want. Make some
yeah.
money and get up out the game before you get your brains beat out. But I mean, not him because he's Shakur, but you
Nah,
know,
nah, nah. Before them hands fall off.
they disintegrate. Hey, you know what? I told Brian Orr Senior, y'all need to share your hand doctor with Shakur, and that's serious. That's serious because they don't. He's had them operations. He ain't had no issues. Shakur get operated on, and he still. Maybe that's just some dust in their
Yeah,
mind.
maybe that's just in his DNA or something. I don't know. Maybe his daddy had weak hands. I don't know. Who knows? But these are all valid questions. Like, and me being like probably one of the biggest Shakur fans in the community, I find myself thinking about that. Like, bro, like it's gonna be hard. It's hard to compete with a nigga like Devin because this nigga Devin Haney, he just don't stop.
He
Like
on demon time right now.
he just don't stop, bro. Like he's constantly up in the score. You know what I'm saying? He's constantly challenging himself. And Brian Norman is the ultimate challenge, bro. Like, how are you gonna compete with that shit?
You can't tell Devin that. You see how he out here acting. That boy is stomped down, demon time. He do not feel like and you know what? He's not supposed to, but he don't feel like Brian is no but he's like whatever. You see him keep trying to bully. I'm like, boy, you gonna run up on the wrong bully
Yeah,
today.
I mean, the only way to equate that is to get the Tank fight. That's the only way Shakur gets in front of the pack or in front of the kingdom and he sits higher on the throne. Dog, you got to get the Tank fight at this point. I mean, that to me, that's the only thing that's
He's not though.
you,
You know that ain't happening.
you know what I'm saying.
Jesus.
I'm just saying. Or
Look what Michael Ray's saying. I like this. And I
what do you
think
say?
these fights would matter. Absolutely. And he got to stop with the brother stuff. But Abdul already said it. I got brothers, and it ain't you, dude. But these three would be good fights for him, especially with Kid Austin just knocking out Farmer.
Mhm.
Again, I just still like Roach, and once he moved up and fought Tank, I was like, this is where Roach should be to me personally. I mean, he might have things he wants to do at 30. He looked damn good at 35. So. And he's talking about the winner of man. Come on, Roach. He's talking about the winner of Norman versus Haney. Let's go. I'm
Yeah,
telling you.
Roach is going for the gusto. He feeling 1,000% confident as he should. He survived the Tank, so he should feel like, hey, I can go do this, I can go do that. You know, he's confident. I'm not gonna never knock a man for feeling confident. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna kill your confidence, but yeah, I mean, okay, if we going off what Mike's saying, and I mean this is a good comment. I think that is a good plan, but in totality are people like you, Shower, people like Ant, people that's on the internet on these platforms. Are we going to respect that?
I would. Heck yeah. I just said out my mouth that those would be valid fights to me. Absolutely. And we were all doubting, well, some of us, I can't say all of us, because like Ant is really super fair dude, but the Kid Austin fight before it went down, people was like, nah, who the hell is Kid Austin? But then when you really look at his record, even though Shakur been in the game longer, he's right up under him. Like that's one of your contenders right there. So, and then now with what he just did, absolutely, you need to fight that man. You need to run that back.
Any of these guys fight, I'm tuning in. I'm not hypercritical. These guys, they still have their careers going. I also think that legacy is something that is more retrospective than it is present. We got to wait and see how everything shakes out, because who the hell knows? He might whip Floyd Schofield's ass right now, but then Floyd Schofield, he's only, 22 years old? He could turn around and have a hell of a resume. Like resumes, they do appreciate with time.
That's right.
Like look at Tevin Farmer. Like Pedraza stopped him early on in his career. Tevin Farmer turned out to be a champion, a reigning champion at that, who made several title defenses. So that was a win that appreciated. So
I need to know.
I look at it that way too.
Roach is on.
They fight. That's it. You know what I'm saying? They fight. I'm just looking at the styles. How do they match up? All this other stuff about the legacy, that's to be determined years from now. It's to be determined years from now.
I can agree with that. Get you a good 3 to 4 fights in a year, though. These guys need to get busy, in my opinion. Like the young guys are doing good, but when you start talking about a Shakur and time don't wait for no man, and it sure ain't gonna wait around for your ass about to be 30 years old, and you got brittle hands. You got to get busy, and you need to be very selective about who you fight. Now, Two Cents says something here. I kind of like this, to be honest, because of where he is. But I know what Shakur's mindset is different. I like Shakur. I don't see why he has to be a top dog. Just enjoy the performances. But Shakur in his own mind puts himself at that level. So then you got to go out and do the damn work to have everybody else agree with that shit. Win, lose, or draw. Because my thing is, I don't give a shit if these dudes lose. But if you at least put the effort in and you fight people, and we can say, yeah, that's on that person's resume.
Let me respond to the homie too. Look, this is why I say what I say, bro. Shakur walks around and portrays himself to be the top dog. In his mind, he feels like he's the top shotter. He's Mad Max. He's a killer, and that's how he portrays himself, bro. So if you are presenting this top dog energy, people are gonna hold you accountable to what you saying and how you act, especially how you act. When you get out here on these, I mean, y'all was just talking about it. The man literally was saying Sugar Ray Robinson is buns. He said that. So if you got the nerve to disrespect the GOAT I'm talking about the pinnacle of pound for pound, if you disrespect that, come on, man.
And then we've heard, like I said earlier, we've heard him say some other crazy stuff about Tyson Fury. Like, I just be wondering where Shakur, whatever. I don't know. His mind being a totally different space than a lot of people. I don't like the comments he makes. He needs to
Yeah,
sit down.
he be saying some wild crazy shit. I'm the first to admit it. I know, like, and he said some crazy shit, and you gotta back that shit up. What you saying, bro? Like, if Bud Crawford is your big brother, your mentor, your OG, you look up to him. You gotta follow in his footsteps, bro. But I'm gonna be honest, bro. You're not doing that. You're not. He's not doing it. Like, Bud Crawford has been undisputed in two weight divisions. Shakur, you haven't been undisputed in one.
But he don't. Okay, look, because this is what he said that if he retires tomorrow, he's already a Hall of Famer. This is
Man,
humble
we
opinion.
gotta stop saying that weak ass shit, man.
But I don't think everybody needs to be undisputed to be in the Hall of Fame. But I don't know that I agree with that 2 cents. I don't
That's
know.
like the most cliche, weakest shit you could say in boxing. Well, he's gonna be a Hall of Famer, bro. Rocky Balboa is in the Hall of Fame, my nigga. Like, who cares? You know what I'm saying? Tim Bradley in the Hall of Fame, and he's a buck dancing, biscuit eating coon. Nobody give a fuck about Tim Bradley being in the Hall of Fame. Like,
Yeah, but
you know
We
what I'm
don't
saying?
even
Like,
want to hear
there's
Tim
also
half
different
the time.
reasons for people being in the Hall of Fame. Like, you could be in the Hall of Fame as a pioneer, as a non-participant, and all these other things. So, if you like it
yeah,
or
bro.
not,
Like,
Rocky Balboa is he's a cultural phenomenon and sparked a lot of and
Pop
continued a lot
culture.
of interest in boxing. He's not in there as a boxer. He's not in there as an old timer or as a modern participant or even as a non-participant. He's in there like for media, but that's beside the point. Hell, what's my man's name? Donald Curry. Donald Curry was undisputed. When was the hell was the last time we talked about him? So like undisputed is not the end all be all. That's the one. And then also undisputed is largely a function of opportunity. It's a byproduct, I should say, of opportunity. Like right now at 135, the belts is scattered out. Ten got the WBA over there at what do you call it? At PBC. That fight is not likely happening anytime soon. IBF is over there at top rank with Raymond Morataya. They didn't want this dude to have the Raymond Morataya fight before he left top rank. That's why he fought Artem on the way out the door. Can't remember what the gentleman's name was that was in the car. He talked about top rank diminishing their fighters' value to try to re-sign him on the pennies on the dollar. That's what they did with Shakur. His last fight on top rank was against Artem. They only booked like half of the venue. You know what I'm saying? Like they had the other side like sectioned off. And they were showing people walking out of the arena in the 11th round or something like that. Then you got Tim Bradley talking about, oh, I need my coffee because Shakur's fighting and I need to stay up. He's never said that before, so it was clear what the intention was. But I say all that to say this. It's a lot easier for you to get certain fights when your promoter has the ability to facilitate those things, namely in-house. Just look at the round robin they had going on at 135 before when they had Loma and Richard Coleman and Tio and all these guys under the same banner at the same time. And they had control of the belt. They had the monopoly over there. PBC a couple of years ago with the welterweight division. That's one of the reasons why Bud was on the outside looking in. Because like, why the hell would you give Bud Crawford a shot to come over here and skate off with a belt when you can make Sean Porter versus Keith Thurman and Keith Thurman versus Danny Garcia and Errol Spence versus Sean Porter and this one and that one. Ultimately, it's business. And some guys aren't going to get certain opportunities. You go back to the 80s, you talk about, what's my man's name? Marvin Hagler. The 523 on Casual's Corner, that's Marvin Hagler's birthday, May 23rd. That's what 523 stands for on the handle. Marvin Hagler had 50 fights before he got a title shot. So everybody's not going to get their opportunities at the same time. Devin Haney, no disrespect to him, but he didn't have to fight for the WBC belt. They elevated Loma to the franchise. The WBC belt is given to Devin Haney. T.O. beats Loma. He has 3 titles. Loma loses to Kambosos. Devin Haney, he's in the right place at the right time. He was able to broker a deal for the Kambosos fight, and he got the remaining 3 belts in one fell swoop. So everybody's opportunities are not going to be the same. And right now, just looking at the landscape, it's going to take some maneuvering and some greasing of palms in order to make Undisputed happen at 135. So I mean, it just is what it is.
Listen, bro, you said a lot. I respect what you're saying, bro, but all that can be nullified. One man, Turkey Al-Sheikh. He's the equalizer in all this shit, brother.
I can agree with that.
He's the equalizer, brother.
He can make it happen faster.
He can make it. He can make it happen. Well, listen, bro, you got to put it in. You got to. Yeah, and we're talking about right now. We're talking about present day time today. Turkey Al-Sheikh can pretty much. He can play video game fight night with whatever fight he want to make. It's up to the fighters.
Yeah, but it's also still on the promoters because Turkey himself is not a promoter either.
Bro, all these whoever wants to come over there and get the bag, they can come over there and get the bag. He's mixing and mastering all these fights, bro. Like, think about it. The Devin Haney and Brian Norman card. Devin Haney is a independent contractor. He fights on his own accord. He doesn't have a promoter. DH, he's his own boss. Brian Norman is top ranked. Abdullah Mason is top ranked. Sam Noakes is what? Matchroom. Benavidez, PBC. Anthony Yard, Queensberry. That's like 5 different promoters all on one card. So it can happen. The fight tomorrow, you got PBC guys, you got Golden Boy, you know what I'm saying? Matchroom. It's bro. This shit is real easy, fam. You making it harder than what it is, man. Honestly, bro. Now
not at all. Because I'm speaking about it in its totality. You talking about right now? You said he's never been. That's the current situation. We just got to that point right now. You said he's never been like how Bud has been 2-time undisputed. But the first time around, when Bud was undisputed, there was no Turkey Al-Sheikh. There wasn't none of this, none of that. It was just he was in the right place at the right time, and they were able to facilitate that. And then also, here's the other part of it. Turkey is not a promoter. Yes, he has money, but these fighters also have teams. These fighters also have teams. They also have to agree to things. They have to sign off on things. It's not just as simple as like, all right, we're just going to just toss you this bag and here it is. And I'm pretty sure everybody's not making the same money. Everybody's not making what Alexander Usyk just got. It's not the same for everybody. So yeah, he may be able to finance some things for sure. I'm not in disagreement with that. But I'm saying that is still relatively new. Shakur's been a professional for how long? Turkey's had skin in the game for what? A year or so?
A year.
So when he was at 26 and 30, where the hell was Turkey then? For him to just magically become undisputed. This is what I'm saying. I'm talking about from the Olympics. That's what I'm saying. From the Olympics up until now. And then even still, once again, these promoters, they got plans, they have ideas, and so on and so forth. So yeah, he can rustle it. He can help facilitate some things, or maybe even remove some obstacles that were present in the past. But it's still just not as simple as like, all right, we're going to just throw this bag at you. Because what the hell happens if this guy says, well, you know what, I'm withdrawing interest in this fight. Like we just saw happen with Dimitri Bivol versus David Benavidez. First he was on board, and the next minute he's saying, well, I don't have any interest in this fight. Well, what's my man's name? Callum Smith was in talks to fight David Benavidez. He's talking about the money wasn't whatever he thought it was going to be. So then now we have Anthony Yard. But initially they wanted David Benavidez versus Callum Smith, especially on the heels of him just beating Joshua Buatsi. So here's the bag, and boom, that's it. Now everybody's undisputed. And then even still, like I said, the belts are scattered out. So we're gonna have to have several fights that need to occur. Because right now, nobody's unified.
Okay, look, at 35, right? Or are you talking about different divisions?
I'm talking about 35 specifically. In the case
okay, so 35, I can tell you, they can make this shit happen, and they can make it happen quickly. Now, here's the thing, though. I think we've been spoiled, and I don't want to say that like it's a bad thing, in the fact that we've been getting all these undisputed fights like this. But it can happen because if, again, Tank got to drop that belt, he got to just get up. I don't care if he don't get out the game, to be honest. Tank can stay. He can stay forever, Tank. Drop the fucking belt, though. Tank got, so that would be Shakur having the belt. Andy's about to fight for a belt, right?
Yeah.
No. Andy was in line to fight more higher, but from what I'm
hold on, man. I can't hear you.
Turn him down.
You gotta get a little closer to the mic or something, and you sound a little muffled.
No,
yeah, I can barely hear, bro.
Okay.
I'm saying Morataya, Andy was number one right now, but from my understanding, he doesn't have to fight Andy right now. Morataya is the champion. Andy just fought to beat the territory versus the Japanese guy. Can't remember his name. Rikishi.
Yeah, okay.
But,
so I'm just saying this can happen though. Quickly. It can.
Yeah, it can happen, but right now it seems like Morataya is about to take a voluntary defense. The WBO right now is up for grabs up until November because we got Abdullah and Sam Noakes. Mm-hmm. So that's another guy with a belt. So everything is kind of spread out. Now I think we can make unification happen probably a lot easier on the top rank side of things because you got Abdullah over there, and you also got Morataya over there.
Okay, so hold on a second. Okay, so let's say, and I mean this is hypothetical, but it can happen. Morataya, you said he's about to fight somebody you don't know.
Voluntary.
Yeah, you don't know who it is. Voluntary, but you don't know who it is.
It's probably gonna be some it's probably gonna be some bullshit that Top Rank throw together.
Okay, so let's say he does that, win, lose, or draw. It'll probably be shortly. It'll be soon, right? Maybe even around November.
Possibly.
Maybe okay. You got the WBO, which again the boys are about to fight for. I'm gonna say he goes to Mason. Let's say Mason has the WBO. And even if Tank, because Floyd is Tank's Mando, right? So if Tank drops that belt, Floyd would he fight somebody else for the WBC, or would he get
WBA?
Oh, the WBA. Would he fight somebody, or would he be elevated with the WBA?
He would likely probably have to fight for it.
Like
it would probably be him and whoever's 1 and 2. They probably have them fight for a vacant.
Andy Cruz. Okay. So look, because Mike, I don't know. I know Mike is still in here. He's probably just listening. Hey D1, how you doing? And Marky Dan, how you doing? Andy Cruz. Okay, look, I done said this on my platform before. I'm gonna say it one more again for the people in the back who didn't hear me. I like Andy Cruz, but I absolutely think somebody beats him today. The only thing is the young man does not want to rush into his career like that. But man, I would love to see Andy Cruz versus Scooter Davis. I think Scooter Davis could beat Andy, y'all. So either way, let's say Floyd wins that though. Floyd, we know he's gonna want to fight. Shakur, we want him to fight Floyd. Like they could do this. They can make that shit happen. Raymond Morataya might be the only outlier. And the thing with me with Turkey is, as much as I don't like him, I do always give him props that since he's gotten here, like he put a fire under these other promotional companies' ass, and they've been trying to keep up, with making the fights as well, and throwing their fighters into the pit with um, with Riyadh season. So I just don't think we should ever say no. It's not gonna happen. 35 is there's some people there. I think it's about to heat up. I really do. I usually be right about my feelings on these divisions, and I think it's about to heat up. If Raymond Mortai don't want to get down, he gonna have to fucking lay down. He gonna get ran over, yo. It is. I don't even like Mortai no more. It is what it is. But y'all, these fights are you know that we've been missing the fights, the prelims.
Oh shit. Okay.
Um, I think I had one more sheet that I was gonna do, but it's not important at this rate. I've had a really good time. I think, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Wait a minute. Maybe let me back it up. Let me back it up. Hold on. Okay, so because we just totally got away from where the hell I was trying to go with this and end this. So it was we were on David Benavidez and Anthony Yard. I picked Benavidez. I do feel like Anthony Yard is just in it because his name was pulled and he's gonna get paid. Will he try to give the good old college effort? I don't know. Briefly, please tell me, sirs, how do you feel and who do you have for that match? That match. You can start first, Five. Go ahead. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, I hear you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna agree with you on that. I feel like Anthony Yard is just filling in because, like, what the homie was just saying about Callum Smith.
Yeah, I wish he would have fought Callum instead, but
Yeah,
here we are. How about you, Ant? Who you got if you choose to say, and how do you
David
feel about?
Benavidez.
Oh, yeah, I should have known that. Look, he was just watching
David.
that. So beautiful, beautiful work he does. Okay, Abdullah Mason, Sam Noakes. A lot of people don't know who Sam is. You should go watch him. Um, Abdullah's 19-0 with. Hold on, how many knockouts does Abdullah got? 17. Sam Noakes is 17-0 with 15 knockouts, right? Out of the UK. Sam Noakes he's got some heart, he's got some will, and he throws his hands. I think they said it on the I'm sorry, I had somebody trying to come in. They said it on the presser earlier. Like, yeah, Sam, he gets down. He throws his hands. And the only thing for me with Sam, I cannot find his reach, you guys. But he's 5'8". Don't know his reach. Abdullah is 5'9" with a 74-inch reach. While Sam throws his hands, Abdullah got range. Abdullah got power. I guess Sam does too with 15 knockouts, but I think something I haven't seen with Sam, I didn't see people really going to the body on him. And I think Mr. Abdullah might want to take a look into that. I got Abdullah winning that, of course. Gentlemen. I could go in reverse this time, Ant. How you feel?
Rolling with Abdullah. Rolling with Abdullah.
Okay.
I will be very impressed with him either way because after watching Sam Noakes, I do think that he provides a degree of danger that previous opponents may had elements of, but I think that he combines a couple things. Like one thing I noticed about Sam Noakes is he's a sneaky good counterpuncher. So one thing I'm looking to see from Abdullah is just like how he varies things to be able to keep Noakes off his rhythm and keep him off balance and just like be able to disrupt him from getting his timing down. He's also pretty aggressive. He's a guy that likes to press. So I'm looking to see how Abdullah has continued to grow with his inside game. I think he showed a little bit versus Ornelas, and I think he's going to need every bit of that in the event that Noakes is able to get past that jab. Um, but I'm rolling with Abdullah.
Okay, he ain't getting past that damn jab. Okay, 503. Have you seen Noakes? Have you checked them out yet?
No,
Okay.
I haven't checked him out, but I'd definitely be doing some film study on him, looking for your videos and stuff like that. Because I know that's gonna be around in season 2 of the Fight Pool. So,
Ah,
um,
yes.
yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I was listening to Arthur talk about him. For me, looking at his record, it's really not that impressive
Mhm.
compared to what Abdullah been doing, but he can punch, and
Yeah.
that's definitely gonna be a concern of mine. I'm looking to see uh, if Abdullah does get hit.
Will he be able to come back again? Like,
Yeah, I just want to see if he learned from the Dominican Shad guy.
well, wait. I gotta
Yeah,
ask you. Look, I'm drawing this out. You don't feel like he learned? Um, because I feel like we seen twice since he's fought since the knock. We seen adjustments be made. So I mean, at this rate, to me, the way Noakes, you have to watch Noakes, but the way he punches, it ain't like homie. What was his name again?
I don't
Johan
remember his name.
Vasquez.
Oh,
Vasquez,
Carlos
yeah.
Cornelius.
Oh, you talking about the last fight? Carlos Ornelas was the
Oh,
last one.
no. Yeah, no, you're right. Johan.
Johan with the shag.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, look, this is a championship level fight, so
Yeah, it's true.
it's gonna be different.
Yeah,
It's gonna-
basically,
yeah, so yeah, I mean, I'm definitely gonna pick Abdullah, but um, I don't think Noakes is gonna be like a UK. I don't want to say bum. I don't think he's gonna just go in there and lay down.
no, he ain't. But he has
Yeah,
only fought the domestic, so you're right in that sense. Um, I don't know. Like I told y'all, sometimes it be gut feelings. Abdullah might make this look easy, and that's no disrespect to Noakes, but I just think Abdullah's that dude. I've said that before. He might come in there. He definitely made adjustments after Johan. So,
1000%.
What if he
I
just
think,
come
I
in
think
there
he
and
developed better habits, Shawa, after Vasquez. I think he developed better habits. Because like in that fight, when he was shooting the uppercut when he got dropped, he had his hand up, but he still had his head on the line. If you go and look at the fight after that, he was throwing that shot, but he was getting his head off the line. Like if he's throwing the left, he's getting his head off to the line to the right. If he's throwing the right, he's getting his head off the line to the left. Like just doing little things like that to increase his responsibility as he's being offensive. So I think he looked pretty sharp. I will say this too, though. My guy Noakes, I do know that he's capable of fighting 12 rounds and sustaining. I'm over here getting tongue tied. Sustaining a certain pace. Like if you watch his fight with I think it was like Yvonne Mendy. He went 12 in that fight. Abdullah is yet to even go 10 in its entirety. So but he does seem like he's fit to go the distance, but we still got to see it.
we haven't really seen him get beat up on either. You know what I mean? He kind of just goes in there and he's whooping up on people, right? Can you hear me? Ant?
Yeah. No, I agree. He's been handling business. He's been handling business. And Abdullah, to me, he's one of those guys where even if you want to question who he's fought at this stage of his career, two things to take into consideration. One, he's only 21 years old, so the matchmaking has been appropriate. He's still grown as a fighter. But two, to your point, the guys that he has been in there with, he's been making them.
You cut out. He's been making them.
Oh, I just reconnected.
Oh, it's doing that thing to you.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, what I was saying was Abdullah, he's making these guys look like they're not supposed to be in there with him. And he takes care of business. He's on his Jack Dempsey championship fighting type of thing. Like, man, let me get these guys up in out of here. Because like Jack Dempsey said, the longer you're in the fight, the longer you're exposed to danger. So Abdullah's in there. He's looking to just get these guys up out of there. He's technical. He's clean. He's crisp. But he's also authoritative.
Mean.
Powerful.
Yeah. Love it.
He's all of the above.
Look, hello, Mark Hatch. I love this. He said Noakes looked awful when I watched him fight on the UK cards. I like when Mark come here. He just come here talking shit. But here's the one. Andy Cruz is too lethal in my opinion. Okay, Mark. I still got Scooter Davis beating Andy Cruz right now. That's just right now. Smoke a Noak. Okay, y'all. I've talked about this last fight, so I ain't even gonna go here today because we got months. And that would be Junior and Haney. The only thing I will say is
I am the cornholio.
I love this dude. He's so freaking witty and he don't care. Oh, he's so great. I don't care what nobody say, damn it. He's funny as shit. He didn't even care. And Tank, the bodyguard dude, kick rocks. Kick rocks. You be doing too much, homie. It ain't the first time, but
I got an update for you, Shawa.
Go ahead.
My girl won. Ramla.
Oh yeah.
Ali.
I'm watching now. I'm speed watching through Cameron and Kamara, who I didn't have.
Ramla was showing a little inside game tonight, man. She was getting feisty in there, working in the clinch and everything. Because for the most part, she's always trying to be clean on the outside.
Yeah.
So I like to see that a little bit of doggedness from Ramla.
Remember, homegirl, I was saying, I thought she had power, Leela, and she came in there and tried to buzz. He tried to buzz Ramla up. So shout out to Leela, but shout out to Ramla for whooping. But like I said, now I'm behind, but I'm on Cameron and Kamara. I told y'all,
Cameron's getting busy. Chantel Cameron's getting busy. Yeah, Jessica Kamara can't fight though.
Yeah, she can fight. I think, but Cameron Kamara, tongue tied. 503. Okay. Yeah, Cameron she is getting busy, but Kamara, she's holding her own from what I'm seeing. Look, I'm behind though, y'all. So, but please enjoy these fights tonight, y'all. Enjoy the fights tomorrow. Maybe I'll come back Tuesday when we get back off the road and talk about this stuff and the stuff that's coming up. And there's always gonna be more boxing news because why not? People don't know how to act. No, let me start saying it. We better not see no more drug cheats. How about that? I'm tired of that shit. Yeah, man, they banging.
Nah,
yeah, love it.
We ain't gonna not see that. That's a mainstay.
A mainstay.
Yeah, we just don't know who. Some of these guys got the undetectables.
Let me say to 503, thank you, family, for coming up here. I always love to have you up here. I love to have my family up here. I'm happy Junior came up here and surprised me today because he didn't say nothing in the chat first. But now I got my good brother Steph Brown, because what did I tell y'all earlier? Steph Brown and Aunt McQueen will hold me hostage. They will do it. But you know what? I love y'all and I can watch the fight, so I'm gonna watch. Bye, Aunt. Okay. He's like, hurry up,
I
man.
was trying to get in here though. Like, it wouldn't let me for like 5 minutes. It was crazy. My camera was all messy too. It was weird.
I'm sorry. And, I was just, he's
I
like,
thought.
hell no, I ain't.
Mm. No, I'll be quick. It was funny when I saw the scuffle between Haney and Norman. I thought about you. I was like, oh shit. I was like, Shaolin might have something to say about this. But it was all antics.
It wasn't. It was real.
No. It was real. But like when I say antics, just well, fine. I'll take that back. I thought it was just a little overboard. But Dev, and his entourage, they kind of do that, where they kind of like to hover over you and be the bigger person.
It's not okay.
And he said it's not okay.
It's not.
And dare I say, they tried to punk him, and like I said, it just went wrong, just went left.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a little unnecessary there. But again, I was thinking about you, and I was like, oh man, Shaw's not gonna like this. But I'm excited for the fight. I'm excited. I can't wait.
Yeah, of course. And when we'll have more conversations about that one, because like I said, that card is, I think, clearly still being built. We got 4 bangers on it, even though nobody asked for Yard and Benavidez. They gonna bang. They gonna go at it. So
I missed the press conference though. Did you see it?
Yeah. I talked about the fact that I didn't like that. I feel like they're trying to make Benavidez Yard, the way they situated it, like make them the main card, kind of how they did Shakur and Zepeda with Shiraz and Berlanga. I don't like the whole co-fight thing. It's one standout. It's one standout on that card to me, and it ain't Berlanga. Shiraz, it's not, and I don't even think Shiraz should be having a shot. Not to say Berlanga's somebody, but why are we celebrating him when he really lost to Adames? That's how I feel.
Right. That's your boy Turkey, I guess. But
not my guy, but yeah.
I don't know. I kind of look at it, I guess, try to be encourageable about it. Turkey seems to want to have like the heavyweights and the bigger weight classes as the main event. I could be dead wrong on that, but it seems as of late he's kind of wanted to do that. Or, he's using the likes and the fame and likeness, such as Shakur Stevenson or even a Devin Haney, and building off of that. Mm-hmm. But that's not to say that they aren't being rewarded greatly financially, or even continuously getting their name out there, continuously getting the buzz going, because it is about them. So I'm kind of looking at it at that light. Yeah, maybe I prefer to have Norman and Devin as the main, but here we are. It is what it is. I think originally, wasn't this supposed to be the tournament card, right? In November? I heard sparks of that, weeks and months ago.
This card, the Haney and Norman?
Yeah, that wasn't that supposed to be it?
I don't know. I don't recall hearing anything about that. That it was supposed to be a tournament. Okay. I mean, because he's been having those tournaments, so I don't know why they would mix up the two. They could be separate from each other. You're talking about the tournaments he's been doing, right?
No, I'm talking about there was supposed to be a 6-man tournament. I thought Virgil was in it. I thought Boots was in it, and T.O. wanted to get in it, and all of them wanted to get in it.
Oh.
But it fell apart once people started saying no.
Oh, was this like the third leg of the Fatal Fury, maybe? Because you're saying some of the people that were initially named.
Yeah, I guess so. Yes, I'm under that impression.
I don't know, and I think Turkey's kind of blows with the wind anyway. If people say no, then he's on to the next thing. So
definitely, and that's what I mean too. So and he was able to come up with this fight card instead. So, I mean, it is what it is.
Right.
But again, think about that. Just the heavier weight classes up top, kind of old schoolish, I guess. Who you got tonight in the women's fights?
Oh, I went through those. Hold on a second. I got because again I started. So Cameron and Kamara, I couldn't pick.
Take it,
But
Cameron.
I was leaning towards Cameron. I got Ellie Scottney, Alicia Baumgardner. I got Savannah. Shanika and Sharetta, I couldn't pick. Ramla, I picked her. Tam, I hadn't studied, but she got a TKO. And I want Saranda to win again, of course. Like, that's without question. So we'll just see how that goes.
Yeah.
How about you? Are you got it off the...
Most of the names you said, I'm very familiar with. Ellie, Alicia, Shanika, of course. But I'm actually gonna go with my sister from Dallas there, Miss Metcalf. So.
Oh, you gonna go with Sharetta over Shanika?
Yeah.
Shanika can bang though.
No, she can just fight. Period. I've seen her. So, but it's just a Texas thing. So rooting Miss Metcalf, and
okay,
and we'll see what happens there. Who is that? Alicia? I don't really know who she's fighting. The woman who she's fighting. So I guess I'm just kind of looking forward to seeing the changes that she's made with Derek James.
Yeah, that's what I said earlier.
That'd be nice. I know I've been harsh on her in the past. She's not, as bad as I say she is, but she should get the W, right?
Yeah, the homegirls. She's cannon fodder. She'll go down.
Well, she don't really have anyone in her class with like a big name to be fighting. And I'm not one to force anyone to move up, so just whatever. And then who's that? Finally, Katie and Serrano there, Amanda.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
She got Oshoba in there, but y'all gonna learn about Oshoba. I keep telling y'all about her. She's coming.
All right. And then I've been a big fan of Miss Ali too. I've been seeing her for years now. DAZN. When DAZN, who was that? When they kind of came around, they showed a lot of those fights. So we got to see a lot of those girls when they were 2-0, 3-0, 4-0, things like that. So I remember her. But yeah, back to the main event. Shit. I'm gonna go with Katie. I like what.
Get out of here, Steph. I'm about to shut the lights off on you.
I remember what Stormy said. She's just smarter.
She's not. She's just a spearheader.
That's true too. Those are facts.
Jeez Louise,
But Amanda's
not,
and
she's a clincher, y'all. She's the clinching in the second fight. Nah, man. Well, but you know what? I don't want to say that because you already know how I get down on the platform. It's all good, but I hope she get stuff today, big time. I hope she finally get knocked out today.
That'd be nice, but she's pretty smart. She kind of knows what to do and handle the situation. And to this day, I haven't seen Amanda really make a change on that or an adjustment per se. So that's a tough gamble. What are the odds on that fight? Like who's favored to win?
I don't know. I ain't betting nothing, and I can't check. I'm trying to catch the fights, Steph.
All right. Peace and love, man. Peace and blessings.
No. Look, we will be on sometime again going forward, but probably more of the cards. Obviously, we got Usyk and Dubois coming up. And then, of course, we'll always be able to talk about this November card. It's a hitter so far, right?
Yeah, shit heating up. And quickly, before I get out of here, I don't like how some of us are treating Dubois. We really holding that heat when he took a knee, holding that against him a lot. But I think he's done plenty enough work to not only gain back fans, but just gain back his confidence. And he's a defending champion. What else could you ask for of someone getting back up?
Well, we can have that conversation too, because I've been tired of people calling that man all the names that they've called him. I've always rolled with Triple D. So,
all right, then on that note, then please enjoy the fights there, sister. And we'll reconvene here soon.
You as well, Steph. Thanks for coming up.
Definitely. All right, then. Bye now.
Have a good evening. The fight's tomorrow too. Enjoy them.
Oh yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes. Okay, everyone. Thank you. I'm full of it. The man is letting you go get on. You know what? Mind your business. That's all. I'm trying, but I be talking. I mean, I could have just stopped a long time ago. You know what? Yes, y'all are hostage holders. So shout out to all y'all. Shout out to everybody who came on the panel. Shout out to everybody who stopped through and was hanging out, rocking out. I am sorry that I kept going through these prelims, but yeah. Tuesday we looking for, the goodness and the graciousness of the recaps. So blessings to you all. Again, thanks for stopping by. And shalom, family.